Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with intuitive channeled messages. I typically do post these every Friday. I apologize that I missed it last week. Nevertheless, here we are with this week's session. So hopefully there's something here that you'll be able to tap into and relate to. General advice, as always, guys, it's just like a card reading without any cards. So let's grab some insight for the collective. If this is your first time tuning in, I typically start off with letters that could be a part of you or your person's name. And I pick up some names, zodiacs, and then we get into the messages. So let me see what I'm able to bring forward for you. All right, so starting with the letters. A, B, D, I'm seeing double L's. So for those who are new to this, I typically sometimes get double or even triple, occasionally quadruple of the same letter. That could be an indication that that's somebody's initials, two L's. It could also be somebody who's got two L's in their name. For example, Michelle, where there's two L's right next to each other. It could be that. H, O, J, R, and a K. That's what I'm picking up this time. Somebody could actually be a junior, or somebody's nickname could be Junior, or even JR. As far as names, let's see what I'm able to pick up here. So a bunch of A names presenting itself. Angela, could even be Angie, Angel, Alex, Alexander, or even Alexandra, Ariana, or Ariane, Alan as well presenting itself here. Alan could be spelled in different ways. I'm seeing it as A-L-A-N, could also be A-L-L-E-N. Blake is presenting itself here. Bo is also coming through here. Boris is also coming through. So some B names there. Barbie could also be a nickname or short for Barbara. Blaine is also coming through. Heather. Hal. Darren. David. I'm seeing Darren spelled several ways. D-A-R-R-E-N, D-A-R-O-N, D-A-R-R-I-N. So there could be some various spellings of that name. Dave, Davy, David, that's coming through as well. Could also be Davis for somebody. That could be a last name as well. Ray, Rayanne, Rian or Rihanna, Olivia, Livy could also be a nickname for somebody, or even Liv, L-I-V. Kyle could also be Kylie. Julie or Julia. Raven is also coming through here. L names, Lawrence, could be Larry. I'm also getting Lawson, so that could be somebody's last name, but it could also be somebody's first name. Lawson, L-A-W-S-O-N. Lou, Louis, Louise, Louisa, that's presenting itself here. Luann, all sorts of various similar sounding names there. Okay, so those are the names that I'm tapped into. As far as zodiacs, Pisces, Aries, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for either yourself or the person you're thinking about. So let's get into some messages here. I'm specifically tapped into love connections. Let's see what I'm able to pick up. The word that's coming to me is international. So there could be a great distance here between you and the person you're thinking about. You guys could live in two separate countries. It's one of those things where either a plane ride, a ship, I mean, it's some form of transportation where it's a long distance. If this were a flight, it would be a long flight. It's like an international flight. So for example, if you live in the United States, this person they could live in Europe, they could live in Asia, you know, so many locations, but there's distance and time apart, very far from each other. So not only are you guys disconnected perhaps, maybe no interaction, no communication, but you also geographically are in such a huge distance from one another. So why is that being brought up here? Take this if it applies. I feel somebody's already in a committed partnership, either yourself or the other person, and that's why there's such a great distance here. I feel they still think about you, though. There are moments when they focus on those times that you guys have shared together and they think about you and those fond memories. So even though they might be with somebody at this point, or always have been with somebody, if this was, for example, a third-party situation, they still think about you, though. Maybe you deeply cared for this person, but knowing full well that it really couldn't go anywhere because of that third-party element. It could also be, for some of you guys, if that doesn't apply, it could have been that this person moved away due to their career, or maybe they travel a lot for their job. There's this need to travel, and part of that travel and that adventure took them away from you. So maybe this is their way of pursuing a goal or a dream career-wise, but as far as the relationship, it kind of suffered. But I'm also feeling if you relate to this, you weren't going to stand in the way of them pursuing their goal and their dream. Or it's the other way around for some of you guys. So that's one message that's presenting itself here. Let's see what else. So for those of you who are specifically in separation and you don't have the whole distance thing where you don't live thousands of miles apart from each other, there's this message that's coming through that, and I'm just going to communicate it the way I'm picking it up. Either they are stalking your social media pages, or they know where you live, and you might be upset with this person. You guys might not be talking right now, but it brings them comfort to drive by your house or where you live or your neighborhood, hoping to run into you, hoping to see you. Maybe you know that, maybe you don't, but that's just the energy, that's the vibe that I am picking up. It brings them comfort to be around your vicinity, wherever you live, wherever you work, wherever they know that you're going to be. It's someplace that you frequent. Maybe this person knows your routine. Maybe they know your schedule. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Because there might be this potential chance that you guys actually run into each other, and they're hoping to be able to talk to you. possibly to reconnect. That's just what I'm picking up here. I'm also getting, especially if you guys live in the same town, the same city, they might have actually seen you driving by and it was just some random coincidence where they saw you, they wanted to grab your attention, but at the last second they didn't, out of fear, out of just hesitation to not freak you out or to not upset you, or maybe they still know you're not really wanting to talk to them, but it actually, for that brief moment, it actually made them happy to just catch a glimpse of you. There's also this energy around either an office or a work environment. So some of you guys might have actually met at work or you work together. That could also be an indication of working together in the relationship. But for some of you guys, I'm just feeling that you either met at your job or they did some work for you, if that makes sense. Somebody could be an outside contractor or a freelance individual doing some freelance work. I'm also getting this message for somebody who could be an artist. And obviously there's so many things that we could do to fall into that category of being an artist. Either in the entertainment industry, somebody could be a very gifted painter. Somebody could be a musician. Somebody's very gifted here. Somebody has a real talent. And either this person is famous, they've made a name for themselves. Maybe you as well have made a name for yourself. Because I'm picking up off of this energy of fame, like someone's famous. What's coming to mind is it's like a local celebrity, that type of energy. And this is popping up too. Somebody could be a chef, like a world-renowned chef, recognized in that way where food brought you guys together. There's something along the lines of entertaining. So maybe this is the angel's way of just describing to me the way you guys either met or a setting where you met. Maybe it was at a function, at a gala, a celebration of some sort where it could have been televised on TV, or you guys could have intermingled with celebrities, that sort of thing. I'm being directed to share this for those of you who are really wanting to pursue something. And even though I'm just wanting to focus on love and relationships, they're bringing up other things. So I'll just convey it the way it's coming forward. If you've been really wanting to pursue something, it might have something to do with your job. Something that you're passionate about, but that could be referring to a person as well. A passionate connection that you feel with somebody. Maybe you're hesitant. Maybe you want to do this, take a step forward, but you're afraid to do it. I'm being directed to give you the green light. Go for it. Follow your heart. Follow your gut. It will have a favorable outcome to that situation. That's what's coming through there. I'm seeing a car, so that could be the need to travel somewhere. Some of you guys might be planning a trip to go visit somebody, or someone's planning a trip to go visit you. So it's not an airplane, it's a car. So this is something that you can travel by car. Could even be by bus, it's local. Or at least it's not that far, not like a long flight or anything like that. So maybe somebody's thinking about driving to see you. This could be an unexpected visit. I'm seeing the month of March. Not necessarily that the visit will happen in March, but March for me could be picking up off of Pisces, as well as Aries. So if that makes sense, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, okay? Let's see what else. I'm picking up off of the energy of coffee and lattes. Somebody really loves their coffee and that latte, frappuccinos, that sort of thing. Some of you guys might have met at a coffee shop. Somebody could work at a coffee shop. You guys might have connected as an employee and a customer, if that makes sense. Like you guys met in that capacity, where somebody worked at that establishment and then this person comes in and then you guys ended up building a relationship. Started off as friendship, the attraction was there. Maybe this person is really wanting to take things to the next level, to go on a date if you guys haven't already. I'm kind of picking up that vibe. I'm also getting this secret admirer vibe as well. So there's somebody who's keeping tabs on you, maybe on social media, but I'm kind of feeling more so this is somebody you've already met. Maybe at your job, because I'm kind of feeling those two worlds melding, you know, your love life and a work environment. Kind of picking that up here for some of you guys. So if you work somewhere, especially interacting with the public, where there are customers involved, you know, and people come in regularly, it could be like a coffee shop type thing. Could even be a bakery, something like that, or a restaurant where people frequent that location and they come in and they go out of their way to come in knowing that you're there. You know, so you could be, for example, a waiter or a waitress. You could be a server. You could be a chef. You could be a cook. Like so many various roles there. It's around food though. It's like a food type atmosphere, because I'm picking up off of coffee, tea, pastries, things of that nature. So hopefully that makes sense for somebody. You guys might ultimately make a love connection at work, if that makes sense. I mean, it could be like an office romance, but I'm feeling here more so that one person works at that place and then somebody comes in and you guys develop a partnership. For some of you, maybe this already has happened and is simply describing how you guys connected. That's coming through. All right, let me see what else I can tap into for one final message here for this one. I'm seeing a pearl necklace. Somebody could have a pearl necklace that is significant here. There could be a wedding. There could be a special occasion. It's a celebratory type energy that I am picking up for some of you guys. Maybe divine feminine. You have pearls, or that could be something that you really value. It could be a gift. It could have been handed down to you. It's like an heirloom that's been passed down. There's history there. There's history attached to a piece of jewelry. If it's not a necklace, if it's not pearls, it could be a ring, it could be a bracelet, it could even be a watch, some sort of timepiece that is an antique. You know, for some of you guys, this could be a very old piece of jewelry, but it's got tremendous value to it. Definitely sentimental value to it. And it's one of those things, it's attached to a celebration, birthday, anniversary, wedding, something along those lines. For some of you guys, maybe you're already planning a wedding, and there might be a piece of jewelry that is gifted to you, you know, something borrowed, something old, something along those lines. That might present itself. You might not know about it quite yet, but it might present itself. So there's something, again, about that month of March. So maybe for some of you guys, that is a time frame. Maybe that's when you're planning on getting married, or that could be your person's birth date or birth month. It could be yours. Let me grab one more message here. So this one is about babies and pregnancy and families. Either you already know that, or you're about to find out that you're expecting, or there's a new addition to the family. It's a very happy energy. I'm also feeling for some of you that you're concerned that you might not ever conceive, like there's fertility issues there. My angel guides are wanting you to not to worry, because ultimately it will be fine. That's what they're sharing with me. For those of you interested in wanting to start a family and worried about the possibility of not being able to do that the natural way, I'm being directed to share, just don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. That'll definitely affect the outcome if you do stress. So just try to release it, let it go, take a deep breath, and know that the universe has your back. Your angel guides are watching out for you, protecting you. If it truly is meant to be, it will be. All right, guys, so that is where I'm going to leave this one. Lots of various messages that presented itself. So hopefully there's something here that you were able to relate to. And again, I try to do them every Friday. Sometimes I might miss here and there depending on what's going on with my schedule, but I definitely will try to stick to that. And if you didn't catch my live stream today, this is something that we will more than likely start offering on a regular basis every Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So definitely check your local listings as to what time it will be live on my channel. I have people globally that, they wake up early just to be able to watch. So if you're listening and you're tuned in, thank you so much, because I know that that's not easy to do. So I really appreciate and value your presence. All right, guys, so that's it for now. Thank you so much, as always, for spending this time with me. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, which is a card reading, it's not an intuitive channeled message like this one. If you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description box, as well as the action button to my website, which will allow you to book that, as well as the action button for decks if you are interested in any of my decks. All right, guys, so thank you very much. That's it for now. Have a wonderful weekend, and stay tuned next Friday for the next session. See you then.